Welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and today is hashtag Tag Tuesday. I have just gathered a looks like random but not so random assortment of things, and it is all because I received a brass bookmark that was in this packaging, and then this is where the price tag would be stuck on, or a tag, or not a tag, a tassel or something. And normally you would take the bookmark out, toss this part. I don't throw anything away. Just ask my husband. And I thought, you know what? I bet that would be a really cool shaker tab. Tag. I'm having trouble with words today. So let's see what happens. I have a couple of punches. I've got 2 leaf punches. This one doesn't work so well. I have to work hard at it. This one, and that's I don't know, it looks like maybe a birch leaf, a beech leaf, something. And this one is a little tiny oak leaf, and it sticks too. I don't know why they're sticky. And then I have these little flowers and this flower, and they are different sizes. And I'm going to use those to punch out some leaf and flower shapes out of these scraps of paper. I gathered these ribbons to make a tag, and the scissors are to cut this butterfly out because I have 2 of these butterflies from our kit for the collaboration that's starting tomorrow. And that is going to be hashtag J&C Fall 22. So keep an eye out for that. And I only have to cut this out once because I held up the 2 pieces. I did cut them fairly close in a random shape. And then I held the 2 pieces up to a pretty bright light so I'd get them aligned. And I glued them together. That way, only one time do they have to be cut. And I know some people really enjoy fussy cutting. I don't mind it, but my knuckle doesn't like it. So if I can cut something out half as many times, I will. But I will fussy cut because I really like the look, and I like the more wide opportunities I have to use different things in my creations. So there is that 2-sided butterfly. Let's see, I'll move this is my double stick tape. And these, I went through my scraps, and these are the only appropriate papers I could find to go in my journal that I'm making. So this is what I've got. So I'm going to cut some leaves out. This one works fine if you're punching like that, but you have to punch really hard. And I'm going to cut a few of these out. I have to push so hard. And I don't want to overwhelm everything else with those leaves. So I think I'll just stick with 3 of those. And I'll cut out some oak leaves. Hopefully. Everything's going to get stuck now because I did that the wrong way. There we go. It's supposed to go down through that. There we go. That's better. All right, so there's some green leaves because even though it's fall, we still have some green leaves on the trees. I got this one out, and I can use this for both flowers and leaves. I'm probably going to use it for leaves mostly. Let's see, I want to cut some of these out because we know that there's brown leaves too, right? All right, there's some of those. I don't know if this is big enough for this one. Let's find out. It is. But I have to make sure that I keep it lined up just like that, because I have to push down. I can't just hold it and push it. Whew. Okay, we're just going to have 2 of those because that was a hard punch. All right. We'll set that one to the side. Now I want to have some of these, and this is actually a map piece, and on the back it's got this orange, it looks like oranges to me, design. I'm having trouble squeezing today. But the thing is, I can't see where my punch is. I wish that there was a way, and there probably is, and I just don't know it. Wish that there was a way that you could see what you're punching from the top instead of the opening being on the bottom. Because I don't like aiming blind. Let's see, and that's all I'm going to do on that, because the rest of that is gray, and I don't think I want gray in here. Let's see, and this is a handmade paper, and I'm just going to experiment. I don't know how well this is going to punch. It's like a mulberry type paper. It's very thick, and it punched perfectly fine. So I'm going to punch a few of these out. Okay. And I'll punch a couple this size out of the yellow. Now I'm going to pull in this one, and I don't have squares. This is a corner punch, but I think if I can get it lined up just right, without it sliding like it just did. There we go. I got 5 of those little yellow ones. And I think I might want a couple of yellow oak leaves as well. And it just shot over there into the floor. All right, and now this is also a mulberry paper, but it's a different kind of mulberry paper. I don't know if it will work either, but we'll find out. It did. And that one went in the floor. All right, and I like this paper, so I am going to cut a few out of it, punch a few leaves. And maybe I'm not, because it doesn't like that paper. I'll have one anyway. Okay, we got all that. And I think I'm going to just bend these a little and kind of curve them. I realize that they are going into a shaker, and so they'll be mostly flat, but they won't be all flat. Okay, so I put all of these into a pile and I kind of pounced on them. And I am going to ink the edges of this double-sided butterfly and also these Tim Holtz Big Chat and Chit Chat. I found some that fit fairly well on each other. I did a terrible job of lining them up. So I'm going to cut off those white edges, and then I'm just going to ink around the edges because the white shows and I don't want that white to be showing. All right, so I've got everything inked and ready to go in. I will be adding some of these sequins, but before I add any of that, I want to put my double-sided tape across here with one side of the tape still covered by the red, because I don't want to be fiddling around with all that stuff in there trying to get this tape placed. So I'm going to eyeball measure there. I'm going to just snip that off. And I'm going to use my tweezers to help me place this. And I want to be as close to the end, but still between the two layers. And I think that I cut that still too long. I cut it to the outside, not the inside. Well, Tommy, goodness gracious. So, try this again. Now, let's see, will that fit? To the inside, to the inside. Yep, there we go. All right, so that is stuck down really, really well. The thing about this red line tape, when it sticks, it sticks. All right, so I'm going to put my fillers in. And right now I'm going to put all of them in. I may decide that it is too much and take some out. But first I want to see what it looks like with all of it in there. And whatever I don't use, I'm not going to throw away. I'll just put it over with the other stuff that I am using to make a fall journal. All right, I think that the big leaves are taking up too much space. So take them out, put these puppies back in there. did an awful lot of work on those big leaves for them not to be working in here, so I will be definitely be putting them with the other journal things. Okay, the brown ones, of course, are all the way at the bottom. All right, and I do want to add a few sequins, which is why I took all of the big leaves out. I don't want a lot, just a few for some sparkle. Well, I want more than 4 though. It's just very, I don't know. I want a lot of things to show, and I can't get them all to show. So I have a thought. Okay, let's just dump them all out, or at least the ones I'm needing to work with. All right, I have this little tiny piece of tape. Would help if I put sticky side on the item and not on me. All right, I'm going to use this to take the red tape off. And I'm also going to use it to place this where I want it. And it'll stay, and the other things should float around it. And then I'll do the same with these other 2. Well, 3, because I think I'm going to do it to the butterfly as well. So it's kind of a shaker and kind of a stayer. Oops. I'm just sticking that onto the tape so that I can place it. And once I get it where I want it, I can just pull it loose and then it stays. For somebody who doesn't fly by the seat of her pants, I think I have to do an awful lot of it for some reason. And then the last one will be the butterfly. There we go. All right, let's move these out of the way. They'll be used elsewhere. You can watch for that if you want. I hope you will. And here we will just throw these back in again. All right, and so the final step will be to pull the remaining backing off of that double stick tape and then press down firmly. And it is all sealed in. It's not going anywhere. All right, I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to now make a topper for it. And this is some torn up ribbon that I took off of those Dollar Tree signs. Those Dollar Tree signs that have like the pumpkins and the footballs and stuff on them. I took this off because I wanted the pumpkins. Didn't need the rest of it. And let's see. We will do it like this. We'll put this on the top. And I will use this to pull them through. And this hole is already in the top, so I don't have to do a thing. It's already strong. It's already reinforced. It's almost like the tag was just set up for this to be done. All right, now I am going to, how am I going to do this? All right, so I have a piece of yarn here. I'm going to tie a knot in this end so it doesn't unravel further than that. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie my knot so that I know where to cut it off. And I'm going to, so far this has had no glue. It had the tape, but it has had no glue. I'm going to put some tacky glue right here and on the other side as well, just where those ribbons come through, just to ensure that it stays together. Sorry, I was trying to see what I was doing and you couldn't see what I was doing, I don't think. Or I think, I should say, I think you couldn't see what I was doing. Now we'll tie our knot. Or a bow. Let me tie a little bow. Let's see how that looks. Oh my goodness, fingers work. Yep, I like that. All right, so we will cut this here and tie our knot. Okay, does it come across strange to anybody else when I say we when it's actually me doing it? I don't. Sometimes it feels weird and sometimes it's like no big deal. Sometimes I'm just bothered by weird things. This at an angle. If I could see what I'm doing. There we go. Cut this one. Let's see, cut this one. And I think I need to singe that one. There we go. So there is our finished tag. It is made from the case that metal bookmarks often come in, and I think it looks really cool. It says, "Thankful family, live, love, friends, and thoughts." I am really, really happy with that. Give your packaging a second or third or fourth or fifth look. You may find something yourself that works well for you. Be sure to share it with others too, because it may work well for them. Thanks for joining. As always, be kind. Bye.